One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Fields. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Is this crowd one of the best in the league, especially this time of year? It's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dyson down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Hurts to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Here's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured. Now it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Meyer's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it? Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards. Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Back to throw. Fields. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Justin Jefferson. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Hurts. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Taken in at the 11. And very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. After 1, 7-3 the score. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Fields steps away. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. Touchdown, Carolina! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hurt sets up to throw it. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. John Mechie, 61 yards. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 38. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. 2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap. Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Gano's kick is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. On the counter, it's Hall. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Option play, here's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fields being chased out left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Gano's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Hurts throw here, taken in by Parker. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd and very short, Hurts trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, a run with Hall. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Fields. Touchdown, Panthers. Juwan Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll get this up to about the 44. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
From the 44, Hurts finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on first down. Dyson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Myers' kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now increase here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Ball again on 2nd down. 67 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball again. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He gets this one to Mechie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
He had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is deep.
And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Hurts throw brought in by Bellinger. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Dyson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Drop for a loss of 7 on multiple multiple defenders.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina. Breece Hall, 66 yards. And the Panthers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dyson, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On 2nd down, Dyson, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Straight ahead is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Ball at the 23, second and 8. Ball again on second down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On third down, here's Hall. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, the Panthers are NFC champs. As we sign off here, thanks for watching. And